We are currently starting our 15th year of photographing weddings, which is
crazy.
pretty wild to think about. It's very rewarding to see the same families over and over again, see the same kids growing up. We've seen past clients pass away, unfortunately, and have been at their services, and our photographs are at their services. And that was something that really put our job in a little bit more perspective. I'm Joe.
I'm Andrea.
And we are Connection Photography. Specializing in weddings around the Charlotte area, but also worldwide, photography and videography as well. I grew up about 30 minutes east of Charlotte and have always loved traveling, always loved being around nature, but also have always loved photography as well. So traveled abroad in Prague, Czech Republic for college and really fell in love with photography then. And in 2009, somebody asked us to photograph our first wedding. I don't know that we'd either one ever even been to a wedding before. We ended up shooting 5 weddings that year. The next year, I think we shot 10, and we basically kind of doubled all the way up until 2016. We shot 42 weddings, which was the most we've ever shot.
We do a lot of weddings where it's like a 3 and 4 day event. So like we'll go and record like the welcome dinner, and then like getting to meet all the bridesmaids and groomsmen and all the family the day before is really special, because then they're way more comfortable with us the next day on the actual wedding day.
One thing we try to do is like be a part of your wedding party and be a part of your friend group.
Yeah.
That's one thing we tell all of our clients. A, if you don't like us, don't hire us. B, we want to be your friends at your wedding, and we just happen to take really badass photos and great video. We love our relationships that we build with our bridesmaids and our groomsmen, because the full wedding party, just because it's a little bit like, it's not formal, but they can kind of treat us as their friends, and it just develops this awesome relationship throughout the wedding day.
We own a camper van, so we get to travel across the United States, and we've done that multiple times for weddings, and we always make it like a point to stop in a location that we love, and or a new place that we get to explore together, which is really great.
We bought the van in 2019, and at the time it was just a cargo van, empty on the inside. In about 3 weeks, with the help of friends and family, we completely converted it into a living van. The van has been such a great mobile office because we are on the road constantly. So even around here, even just driving to Asheville, we can drive to Asheville, shoot a wedding. We can go up there, we can do a photo shoot the night before, come back in the van, charge everything, work for a few hours, answer emails, all that. Wake up, shoot the wedding, and come back home, do it all over again.
When we are in places, we can like just pull the curtain, and then you're like, oh, you could be anywhere in the world, and you're there. So we can wake up on the street and be like, oh, okay, we're in New York City, or we wake up in Grand Teton and there's the mountains, and it's just incredible.
Yeah, we spent 45,000 miles together in cars last year. So you have to really love your person you're with to spend that much time.
The second day in a car is always bad.
Our core base is still here in Charlotte and North Carolina. Yes, we are a business, but at the end of the day, we're just here to capture your life and just tell your story. And if you feel comfortable in front of us, then it's game over, because it's easy, super easy.
We really want to have that connection with our couples so that they trust us and they're not anxious or nervous in front of the camera.
Throughout the years, we were a bit caught up in what was popular on Instagram and social media, and in doing so, we were over editing our images.
We just want, like, in 20 years for you to look back at your photos and be like, they still look amazing and as beautiful as they did the day that I shot them. We don't want the colors or the lighting to look any different than it actually did on the wedding day, so we're not gonna like desaturate them a lot or anything like that. We're really there to enhance your images and make them look pretty similar to what they already look like, but just make them a little bit better.
We know in our heads when we show up for a wedding day, a certain set of images that we're most definitely going to get. It's just second nature. We're going to get throughout the day, there are times where we can express a little creative freedom, and we can kind of run with some different styles. You just continually push the boundaries of that thing that you're doing. One thing that we struggle with sometimes is the lack of work balance and real life balance.
With your coworkers, you have to like learn boundaries, and we don't have any boundaries. So there's like no time that like something's off the table, but there is times where you're like, okay, we should touch base on this at another time. Growing together, and not only in our personal life, but in our business as well, has been pretty crazy.
Best job in the world.
Best job in the world.